Hey everyone, it's Katana the Justice. In this video, I'm going to be reading the first part of my book, The Hudson Murder Mystery. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and comment so I know what number subscriber you are. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for continuing to show love and support. Now to the video. Sims Murder Mystery by Katana Hill Rosario. It was spring. It was the perfect time to go on a vacation. A new estate had opened its gates to 5 lucky visitors. The estate was allowing them to have a free week stay before the estate officially opened and sold for $4,000 a night. The estate had not been open to the public prior. After recent deaths, the man who inherited the property decided to rent it out. The man had his own home in another town, which left him no need to occupy this one. At least that is what the local newsletter stated. The estate resembled a hotel. The rooms were set up in the house with long corridors and numerous room numbers. The rest of the estate was nothing short of a mansion. The 5 lucky people were Anna Petridge, James Edgar, Maggie Bird, and Professor Sink. Maggie was the only one who brought a child, her daughter, a Peppa. Anna was the first to arrive. She had been single for the last 10 years. However, she still lusted and received men in a way that had her town constantly whispering her name. She was more than eager to get away. She was beautiful, but there was a certain sadness one could sense despite her best efforts to remain looking composed. She took this time, being the first to arrive, to freshen up. When she opened the door to room number 5, she inhaled in relief. It was a quiet place she was familiar with, but the fresh roses in the room made this quiet room feel warm. The sunlight shone on the roses like a spotlight. She put her luggage on the bathroom counter. She never put her luggage elsewhere. She felt like the floors were always too dirty and the bed too clean. She stared at herself in the mirror for several minutes. She saw wrinkles forming in ways she had never really noticed. Is this new, or have I just not noticed? She quickly turned her head to the bathtub, undressed, and headed that way. Due to the great distance between room number 5 and the front door, Anna didn't hear the next guest entering. It was because of the great distance that Edgar's obnoxious, loud entrance was undetected by the first guest. He was a gluttonous man in every meaning of the word. His breathing was labored and his beard long overgrown. The ruckus prompted the estate staff to run over and try to help him get his luggage through the door. No, ladies. Women as beautiful as yourself shouldn't have to help me with my bags, he said. The bags made a loud thump on the floor. The estate staff offered to at least help him bring them to his room. He complied with a sign of defeat. Outside the estate, 2 cars arrived at the same time. From one car, the sound of violent coughing radiated. Maggie and Peppa looked at one another with a look of concern. It appeared as if Peppa had tears puddling in her bright, ice-blue eyes. It's okay, my dear. Spring brings allergies to some, Maggie stated to her daughter as she rubbed her eyes before exiting the car with her mother. Almost simultaneously, the coughing man, Professor Sink, exited his car. Good day, ladies. The quiet flowers are blooming. Professor Sink said this as he instinctively lit a cigarette. The fumes caused scrunching of the nose. Maggie agreed. Yes, sir, spring is surely here. May I help you with your bags? Sink offered while coughing in between words. No, sir, we pack light. Peppa looked at her mother as if wondering why she refused to help. Sink kindly raised his hand and began taking his luggage into the estate. Maggie smiled at her daughter and gestured towards the luggage in the trunk. By the time Maggie and Peppa had entered the estate, everyone was chatting in the common room. Loud and ingenuine laughs filled the house. Maggie and Peppa looked at each other in sync. Hello, ladies, you are just in time, Edgar shouted. Edgar already appeared to have lost his speech to the spirits of whiskey. Every time he laughed, he would place one hand on his belly as if to stop its violent shaking. Despite it not being cold as winter, the fire was nonetheless cackling in the back as well, as if it was just as excited as certain members of the group. "Well, we're going to put our bags away," Maggie claimed. "The bags can wait. We have all week," Edgar insisted as he poured Maggie a drink and another for himself. Peppa ran to the fire excitedly as her mother went to reluctantly socialize with the other guests. At this moment, sharp clicking came from the stairs. It was Anna, dressed in a red, provocative gown with bright red heels. She walked steady but sharply. She warmly greeted everyone before lighting a cigarette and heading straight to the bar. The conversation between the others came to a pause. Professor Sink smugly stated, "Beautiful, why so sad? Your worries are gone here." To which Anna replied, "I've never been a woman with worries." Anna knew this was not true, but as long as the crowd believed her, the show went on. She winked and placed her arm on Professor Sink's shoulder. The man might have blushed, but instead just did a quick, sharp cough. Meanwhile, Peppa was gazing into the fire. She watched the embers jump and twirl. She pretended they were little people dancing in the fire. She whispered them like friends, saying, "Dance, dance, dance, celebrate." The fire made her blue eyes glow a purple hue. The hours ran by as 5 guests carried on their conversation. Edgar yawned and stated, "When shall we have supper? My belly has been crying." The others giggled. "I am sure with such a big estate, we shall at least be entitled to a feast," Anna said. But now her and Professor Sink were no longer being formal with one another. Lipstick stained the professor's neck. Suddenly, as if someone was listening, the dinner bell rang.